at yourself in the mirror so we put some lipstick on you, a little lipstick dog. Welcome back to my channel. Definitely inspired by this specific picture, and I will try to incorporate the picture somewhere now in the video. So this is the picture that we were inspired by. So we're going to start off today's look with a super gripping primer to help us with this Florida heat and humidity. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's really going to make sure that our foundation sticks to our face and holds all of our makeup in place and doesn't let it slip off. So I'm just applying this all over her face. You know, with this Florida humidity, we really got to do our best to do everything possible to help it stay and last all day. And then after that, I'm going in with the Flower Beauty foundation. I love this foundation because it gives you the perfect amount of coverage without it looking like it's not like genuinely your skin. So it's like very flawless finish. It gives you a little bit of dewiness because I don't like when the skin looks too dry or too matte. And it's also not too thick. So for me, it's a perfect drugstore foundation. And I've gotten literally so many friends hooked on this foundation. And now I'm just making sure I buff that all in. It's going to look a little bit lighter, but keep in mind, it is normal for your face to look a little bit whiter than your body. You're going to warm it up as you go on with the makeup, like with bronzer and contouring and things like that. But genuinely, faces tend to be a little bit lighter because we put SPF there and kind of neglect the rest of our body. So it's a little bit normal to have a face that doesn't match your body exactly. But trust me, I see that there's a little bit of a difference here. The camera did make her face look whiter. We don't know why I was doing that. But regardless, it'll match a little bit later when we put on the bronzer and stuff. But now I'm just going in and doing her under eyes. And I like to use the excess that's left over on my ring finger to go down the nose and to go around, you know, like areas that get a little bit more red, like around the nostrils and things like that. Just because I don't like applying too much product. So after that, I'm just setting it all with the Hourglass Veil powder. This one's really nice. It's very hydrating. I have dry skin, so that's always been a problem for me, that adding powder just makes my skin that much drier. So now I'm going in and applying these little tapes. They're just going to help me clean up the eye, especially when it gets to the part of smoking out her liner. Because this is a really smoky look, I want to use just black eyeshadow as her form of liner, and to get that sharp, precise line on the bottom and just have it very clean, I like using tape for this. This is washi tape, if anyone's wondering. I like using washi tape to do this. She's such a cute model. I like using washi tape to do this because it doesn't pull at the skin too much. I've used Scotch tape and stuff and it works too. Just make sure it's not as tacky when you go to put it on. Look at those little twinkles. But I feel like washi tape is already perfect. And I know e.l.f. sells already like pre-makeup little cut out like tapes, but I just feel like this is, for me, one of my favorites, and they come in cute designs, so hey, whatever works for you. I'm just putting on right now Soft Ochre as the base, and we're going to blend in Soft Ochre paint pot, just so you know, true OG. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna apply a light eyeshadow to the top, one that matches her skin tone, and this is just to make sure that that tackiness from the base doesn't tug so much when I start putting browns and stuff on her crease. And as the transition, I want it to blend really smoothly, and so to prevent any sticking or like harsh transition, I like to apply a little bit of powder first so that the powder blends into another powder nicely, if that makes sense. And I'm just building that in to the crease, starting off with a light brown. These are some mattes coming from the Chocolate Gold by Too Faced. And to get a little bit more of the intensity from the shimmer, I like to spray it with a little bit of setting spray. I used Urban Decay All Nighter. Here's the silver and the rose gold from the chocolate gold. So I'm just packing that in, and I like going back and forth. For me, the finished blend will not be seen until the last 5 seconds of me doing my look. So, I mean, sometimes it takes me like even lashes, liner on, lip on, like the whole face done to be able to see like my full blend. Like right now, I'm not fully done blending that, and I like waiting till the very end to see, because then sometimes I blend too much and I take off too much product and I feel like I'm wasting product. So I blend really slowly and I go back and forth adding color and taking away. As you can see here, I'm doing a stamp motion to apply that liner with a small brush. In the front, definitely stamp it. Towards the back, you can smoke it out a little bit more, but stamp it towards the front. And same when you're doing your lower lash line. I'm doing black first and then going in with the burgundy color that we applied on the top. Stamp it and then you can drag it across, kind of like how I'm doing right now, just to get that smoky effect. I don't want too much black because then it looks really harsh, but I want the maroon to be maroon burgundy, like berry color, to be the main focus for her under eyes. And really just smoke that out with a clean brush to get the desired like smokiness. Don't add too much color because you just want it to be really light under her eyes. I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to be really nicely smoked out. And now I'm starting with her brows. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer. So this one's not like the Brow Wiz, it's a little bit thicker. Her brows are already so perfect that I don't really need it to be so precise. Wow, I am having a hard time speaking today. And it's just gonna add a little bit of color for those areas that were a little sparse and just clean up the brow a little bit. She already has great shape and she already has a lot of hair, so I'm just cleaning that up a little bit by using some of that concealer that I used earlier, and that was the e.l.f. HD concealer, the new one, the 16-hour wear. Adding underneath her brow a little bit of highlighter just to give it a little nice accent, and I'm using Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. This is one of my favorite highlighters. It works great for the inner tear duct like I'm adding here. It adds great like brow highlighter. It's great for your cheekbones, literally anything that you want for any skin tone. So if you're looking for a new highlighter, might be your next one. I'm just blending it out now with a clean brush. I don't want that to be too harsh of a line, and I'll blend it out even more later. You'll see like that line's gonna get slowly blended out throughout time, but I was just slowly blending it out, adding a little bit more color. And because I just cleaned it up with a concealer, I wanted to kind of break that harshness. So when it comes to bronzing and contouring, for me, I kind of do three steps, and that includes blush too. I like to start off first with a neutral brown that doesn't have too much orange undertone, and I like that as my overall bronzer, especially because we're in summer. So I'm applying that to her cheekbones, focusing mainly where I would be contouring because I don't want to apply too much of the next one, which you'll see right now. But I also added to her forehead, all over her cheeks, and her even a little bit on her nose and all over her face just to like give warmth. The next one, which I'm doing right now, is the darker one of the two Morphe bronzers. Is a little bit more orange for our skin tone. So I'm adding a little bit just on those areas, just to give a little bit more color and more definition so that her face gets a little bit more chiseled. And then I'm applying right now the blush palette. I'm really mixing all of them so the whole palette's going on her face from Wet n Wild, and this is from the Pac-Man collection. I actually love these all, and I love them together because they're luminous, and you can already see how she has a little bit of a glow. I'm just blending it all out with a big fluffy brush and adding now the highlighter. And that's the same Gilded Honey. You can add to your taste. You can add a little bit or add a lot. I've added a lot of this highlighter before and it looks so blinding. But for her, I didn't want it to make it too blinding, just because the look was more natural towards the face and the focus was more on the lips and the eyes. So here I am, again, blending, blending, blending.
All we have left is mascara and lips. So we did those two off camera. She did her mascara and then we ended up putting falsies. Her lashes naturally are humongous, but we were like, you know what? Let's amp it up and try putting some lashes on.
Amp it up.
Amp it up. And then for the lip, just in case you're wondering, it's the NYX Liquid Suede Kitten Heels.
11 kitten heels is like a intense. This isn't your daytime makeup per se.
Anyways, thank you so much for coming on and watching this video. Hopefully you liked it. Rachel looks amazing and she's an amazing friend for even letting me do this on her. And she was so nice the whole time. Like,
yeah, man, she almost killed me.
Thanks again for coming on. And if you want to subscribe, that would be cool. If you want to hit the little bell notification to see when I put out my next video.
Which I'll make her put out another video.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
She's got some cool stuff.
I got some other stuff. Thanks again. Bye. And for those wondering who our guest of honor was tonight, she's right here.
Hey, Ray.
Oh my goodness.
Say hello to the camera. She's like, are y'all almost done?